It's a Thursday before a racing weekend in the world of Formula One, and we here at GPFans are doing what we always do in the build-up to every Grand Prix. We're providing you with a list of everything that we're going to be looking out for come Sunday's action. So sit back, hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with everything we do throughout the weekend at Sochi. And here are 5 things to keep an eye on as we get Formula One back on track. Lewis and Max, the title battle continues. Now, did you hear? Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton actually had a coming together at Monza, and it's kind of weird how nobody has mentioned it at all in the last 2 weeks. Said nobody involved in F1. Lewis and Max's tussle on the tarmac of the Italian Grand Prix is still the main talking point coming into Russia, with the Dutch driver handed a 3-place grid penalty for his involvement in the incident. Normally this would potentially kill off the chance of another coming together between the two, but considering the long run down to turns 2 and 3, the way it gets really congested down at those 2 tight turns, and the critical slipstream off the line, if Red Bull don't take that power unit penalty, Lewis and Max round 3 could be on the cards early on Sunday. Bottas to continue his form. After a near-perfect ride in Italy, Valtteri Bottas is a man that knows his future in Formula One and appears to be relishing in his newfound stability and tranquility. The announcement of his move to Alfa Romeo just before Monza may have been a reason for his superb Friday qualifying showing and sprint race victory on the Saturday before powering from the back of the grid on Sunday to finish 3rd. And this is a track that Bottas and Mercedes do well at. If you need a reminder of that, just head to our video on the top 5 moments of Formula One at Sochi. Will the Finn be able to produce another confident performance for his team this weekend? This could very much be the case. What a weekend it was in Italy for Danny Ricciardo and McLaren. A race victory for the Australian and a 1-2 finish for the constructor. It was pretty much the perfect weekend and gave them a 13.5 point advantage over Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. High-speed circuits work well for the papaya-clad team, and this is exactly what they'll find at the majority of the circuit at Sochi this weekend. Although the tight twisting final sector will give Ferrari a little hope of catching their rivals in the latter part of laps. Antonio Giovinazzi's drive to survive. Look, it's been 2 stellar qualifying sessions for Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi. The Italian driver has put his car in Q3 for the last 2 races, although the clang on the first lap at Monza ruined his race, while the puncture ended his chances at Zandvoort. Alfa Romeo have the only space left on the grid for 2022, and Giovinazzi needs to keep impressing in these final 8 races or so to have a chance of a drive next year alongside Valtteri Bottas, so a huge weekend looms once again at Sochi for him. And AlphaTauri to turn things round. Wasn't exactly a Monza to remember for AlphaTauri 2 weeks ago. Pierre Gasly's Saturday sprint stumble left him starting Sunday's race from the pit lane, while Yuki Tsunoda didn't even make it into the race owing to a technical problem spotted on the car while they prepared him on the start line. It couldn't be repaired in time, and then with Gasly retiring from the race early on, tails were between the legs for the Tauri boys. But their main constructors' rival Alpine are expected to struggle in Russia, and Gasly has had some incredible drives this season, so this weekend could be a chance to eat into that 11-point deficit that they have between them and AlphaTauri. And Yuki Tsunoda certainly needs to start repaying the constructors' faith as well. The rookie has had his deal extended for another year, but he has been rocked rather than rolled over the competition this season so far. Time to start paying his constructor back in kind. So that's everything that we're looking out for this weekend at the Russian Grand Prix. Is there anything else that we've missed off that we should have got into? Let us know in the comments section below. Get on to Twitter and Instagram at GPFansGlobal. That's at GPFansGlobal to follow our coverage there across all our platforms, and hit subscribe to stay up to date with everything that we do here on the channel.